Day 9 of the P Diddy trial. So there's no update just as yet, but it is 2:30 here, so it won't be long till it's starting. I will add all our stories daily onto our YouTube, and there's a P Diddy playlist. Of course there is. But thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to subscribing, liking, following. Chris's readings across the board. It is greatly appreciated. This is the intro video for tonight's YouTube. I thought we would have a rundown to Kid Cudi before we start today. So he was in a relationship with Cassie. Diddy found out, was obviously not pleased about it, threatened to blow up his car. Eventually the car did blow up, but Kid Cudi also had a break-in at his house where it's been said that Diddy kidnapped someone to facilitate part of that break-in. I'm not sure, I will find out in the trial to exactly what that means. Also, Cassie said that Diddy had threatened to leak sex tapes and she had to pay him 20k to keep him quiet. So I think he took the money as well, but we'll find it all out today. But that's the rundown for the next witness on the stand. And like I said, he is Cassie's ex. We are off for day 9 of the P Diddy trial. So Kaplan is still in the stand at the moment. He's talking about 30k of cash that he was given in mid-flight. There's also 2 wires to a Western Union, I think, as well, at 10k. But the argument in court this morning was whether they should be using Kid Cudi's dog's trauma to bring it into the trial or not. So I don't know if it's been decided. I cannot wait till we get to that. So Kaplan has also said that he was in a private jet with Cassie and Diddy and a few other people. Diddy threw her to the ground. He was beating her basically. She was on her back with her legs in the air, and she said to people round about, "Can none of you see this?" Nobody budged, nobody moved. He also said that he told Diddy that he was leaving in 2015 because his dad was sick, because he wanted to maintain a relationship with Mr. Combs. That's where we're at. George Kaplan is just about to finish on the stand. He's also just confirmed that he cleared up Diddy's rooms. He also said something a tiny little bit weird. Every birthday, he wishes Diddy a happy birthday, even to this day. Turns out Diddy's a Scorpio. That explains a lot. No harm to the Scorpios out there, but you have a big issue with your ego. And I think that's the prime example of that. So next up is Kid Cudi. I cannot wait for this. Kid Cudi has took the stand. He arrived at the court today with the Homeland Security and another security as well, standing outside having a wee cigarette before he went in, and he's just took the stand just now. Kid Cudi started dating Cassie in 2011. He thought Diddy and Cassie were over. He also found Cassie's burner phone where she was speaking to Kid Cudi. Now, Cassie had said that he went at her with a corkscrew, and that's when the threats get made about blowing the car and things up. But also Cassie's mum backed all this up, so now it's his turn to back it up as well. It's getting dark. So basically he is on the stand, Kid Cudi, and he has said that his cameras had been moved, his security cameras in his house, and his dog had been locked in the bathroom. He said that Diddy broke into his house alongside someone else, but they didn't know who it was. Cassie had phoned him at 6 a.m. in the morning and said she was scared. He decided to go and get her. When he was going to get her, Cassie's friend Capricorn called to say that Diddy and someone else were in Cudi's house. They then forced her to go with them. It's really, really dark stuff. He then spent the holidays with Cassie, Kid Cudi, and Diddy was texting him asking to meet him, and he said no, definitely not. That's where we're at. Filed a police report the next day. So Kid Cudi has just said about Diddy blowing up his car. He said it was like a cocktail of, I don't know what the word was, but basically that's what had put the car up in flames. He was not at home, but his dog walker was, and her pet sitter, and she called him panicking to say that the car was in flames. When he got there, it was more ash at that point, and that's where we're at. He's seen on the stand, eventually he met up with Diddy, 1-to-1, no team, no nothing else. They spoke about Cassie, but here, where it gets a bit interesting, Kid Cudi also said that the police never get back in touch other than to say that the DNA on the car was from a female. I don't know if I believe that, but that again, and the thing is, because he's got immunity, if he gets caught lying, then it's perjury. Is that what you call it? I think it's that. Aye, that's where we're at. Just to confirm that, it's the defence that brought up the female DNA in the car, and actually Kid Cudi knew nothing about it. He said he'd heard nothing else from the police. he also said that eventually he just stopped talking with Cassie, and the defence said to him, so she played you, and he said yes. So yep, but just like from the last story, putting it right, the female that was held at gunpoint by Diddy was a friend of Cassie's. She was basically held at gunpoint to facilitate the break-in. We touched on that earlier, but I just thought I would end that part. So the female that was held at gunpoint in the house, which was Cassie's friend, she was held at gunpoint by Diddy to facilitate the break-in. We touched on that earlier, so I just thought I would clear that up. I'm wondering if Diddy's going to take the stand. I think he'll be legally getting told not to, but I have got a feeling he will, because he's not really got a leg to stand on, and this could be his last public kind of outcry, in a sense. I've just got a feeling we're going to hear that in the next video. Cudi has also said when he met P. Diddy, he was very, very calm. When they were speaking about Cassie, he said that they fell in love, things happen, but he said that P. Diddy offered him water twice. He never took it, but he said he was very calm, and then it wasn't until years later at the Soho house that they bumped into each other again, and P. Diddy said to him, "Look, I'm sorry for all that bullshit," and things like that. Kid Cudi is just finishing on the stand, but there is another 5 quick round witnesses coming on, so I wonder what that means. He just confirmed everything, said he ended the relationship with Cassie because Sean Diddy Combs was violent. The defence said it was because he was in love and he was heartbroken. He disagreed. He said there's more to the story. So next witness is up is the former makeup artist for P. Diddy from 2000 to 2005, and it is Mila Moral. She then became Cassie's makeup artist in 2007. She said they were like little sisters. The Grammy weekend 2010, after an after party at Prince's house, Cassie and Mila went back to a hotel. Diddy came into the room, started screaming and shouting. She said Cassie was distraught, and she came back with a swollen eye, a busted lip, and she ended up going home with Mila and staying with her for days. That lady has also testified that she got a doctor who was a friend to look at Cassie, and they were prompting her to go to the A&E, and she wouldn't go. And she said after that night they never ever spoke about it again. Excuse the PJs, Morgan stole my iron. But the next witness up is a staff member from a luxurious hotel, so that should be interesting too.